just because people not with you and smile with you.
It doesn't mean
they want to be a friend.
Right. Initially, I thought it was a downgrade because in America it was fast paced. You could have hustle, as in you had things to do.
Subscribe, like, share, and comment, yo. Yeah, let me tell you now, we are the ROBDONS, bringing you blogs from the positivity in you. Check in with us, we'll bring you fun, education, family, marriage clips, yeah. Stay tuned for the challenges, fame moves and travel. We got your back. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. Mr. God got you, yeah. We are the ROBDONS, yo. Like, share, and comment, yeah. We are the ROBDONS, Mr. Link the link, yo. ROBDONS, we are the ROBDONS.
Dreamers, thanks for checking into the positivity in where everything is copacetic because God is in it. If you are new here, welcome. By checking in on this video, you have automatically been given the silver package, but please do upgrade to gold by subscribing to this channel, or go all the way up top to platinum by not only subscribing but liking this video. Check in with your comment below and share the content with your friends. We are your host, the ROBDONS, and guys, we are going on the road, and we are taking along with us. To all our returning dreamers, big up on yourself. Thank you for always checking into. Hey, Daniel, thank you for always checking into the positivity in. Let's head out. This boy overjoyed me. Yes.
Hey guys, we are out and about again. Don't know, this time we are going to Romford. Well, today as we journey, I don't know where I bring you along the journey, and I want to ask my wife kind of get some feedback, because one of the things with coming overseas, you know what I mean, a lot of persons don't know what to expect, and so most time people come here, they're either disappointed or they are, you know, maybe they, you know, it meets their expectation. So today I'm going to ask my wife to give me her honest review, you know. First of all, when I came to you and said I had plans to go overseas, what were your thoughts?
For me, I am always for opportunities, you know. And I thought about the opportunity, I thought about the exposure. At that time we had kids already and everything, so I was in for what would give them a better advantage as it relates to education, you know, that kind of stuff. The exposure as it relates to the activities available to them. I just thought it would have been good for them. To be honest, migrating was not so much for us as I thought about them in getting out.
Yeah, because we already had, you know, a lot of people come overseas trying to make a life. And we could say that we would have been the typical young people in Jamaica who attain the minimum of what people expect, and we are also patriotic. We love Jamaica, so yeah. We
still love Jamaica.
Yeah, exactly. And we were also very involved in ministry, so going overseas was a stretch. I mean, we had to give up a lot of things we had originally aspired for, but for traveling. I think Daniel also had a mind to travel long time.
I had a mind to travel, but for vacation. For going out and exploring, because I always wanted to know, you know, what, you know, other cultures had to offer and that kind of thing. So I am for travel. I love travel. So look out for the travel vlogs later on, not this year, next year. But I've always loved the, you know, the idea of traveling, but never imagine living in another country.
Yeah. And I was more of the kind of person who, if me ever travel, I want to live there and make some money. So that was kind of, because my first interest was going to Japan. At that time they had this, I forget the name of the program, but there's this program that teachers used to go on in Japan. And one of my colleagues at school wanted to go on that, and he eventually went on it and did well on it. And things I wanted to do it, but at the time I never had the 2-year experience I was required. neither did I have all the money up front to actually go out there and start, you know? Yeah, but eventually, I had another friend in Canada, who at the time Canada was doing express entry and all things. And so she was always encouraging me that, look here, you need to give it a go, give it a try. So it was really Canada we wanted to go.
Canada the goal, England the distraction.
Well, even before that, USA too, because USA was like, you know...
USA was like setting the money for Canada.
Right. It was also a secondary option as well. It's because Canada was going to fully work out at time. We decided to use it as a vehicle.
A stepping stone.
To get there. But anyways, so yeah, now you have been living here for 5 years, for 7 years, four plus in the UK, and you know, 2 plus in America. What has it been like for you?
Well, when I came here initially, I thought it was a downgrade, because in America it was fast paced. You could have hustle, as in you had things to do. You had a busy life. You know, yeah, you had things to do. You could have hustle.
Yeah, more options.
More options, yeah.
It was fast life. You had
more
life.
friends, as in you had a community that you could, you know, converse, you could chill and that kind of thing. Coming here, that was completely different, because it's where we have lived. Yeah. It's more of a different space. We don't want to really say.
Well, yeah, we are not.
Whereas we came here in the pandemic.
We're not in the mix area where you.
Yeah, it's not mixed.
You'll find a lot of black people. I mean, I'm seeing more black people now.
No.
But when we just came here, it was pretty strange to meet another black person.
Black person, yeah.
You know.
You could count on your fingers the amount of, and not that we can't have relationship with other people, but
it didn't feel the same.
It didn't. All right. You see how you would see somebody and they'll be welcoming and that kind of thing. People, they'll ask you, "You're right," but it's not because they want to have conversation with you. If you know what I mean. I tried going to party with Denise, like school party. And after the first one, I told the kids, don't ask me to go to any parties, because when you go, the parents don't talk to you. Like, you're just there and you're sitting by yourself. It's not that kind of friendly environment. So that was a change for me.
Well, yeah, and friendly there, we have to learn a different, the England's way of friendliness. If you're walking down the road, everybody smile with you.
Yeah.
And everybody, well, most people, nod with you and all that kind of stuff. But I have come to realize that just because people nod with you and smile with you,
it doesn't mean
they want to be a friend.
Right.
You know, it doesn't mean they want to include or to involve you. It's a shocker. You know, when I was in America, in Jamaica, if you teach a child and them see you out the road, they're excited to see you and happy, you know, and they'll heal you up and make you feel, you know. But I came here and realized that, you can.
It's a different kind of culture.
You can teach this child, you can have a good rapport in school. You pass out the road and you see each other and they don't even say hello. You know what I mean? They don't even, you know, yeah. So that was kind of what it was like.
And sorry, babe, you know one next thing when we notice? You see, in this country, what we have experienced for ourselves, like, you see, if you have something in common, you can have relationships. But you see, once that common value disappears, the friendship seems like it's worn out. And that's something I've noticed. And not because you want it to wear out, but it just not work. So that is something I don't know if it's because of where we live. Listen, we're talking about our personal experiences. But outside of that, having a car has been a blessing.
So, before we get into that, I want to ask now, because a lot of people who are thinking about migrating, one of the biggest things they have on their mind is making a lot of money. And when they hear about opportunity, money is at the forefront. Would you say that we would have made more money in the UK or overseas than the type of opportunity and open access that we would have in Jamaica? What do you think?
Alright, I want to be honest, right? were able to achieve a lot with what we were getting in Jamaica.
Yeah, we never rich.
And we weren't rich. We went to the US and we had to work 10 times more. America is a country that requires you to be going.
Yeah, you might lose your family time.
So a lot of family time can be eaten into to keep up with the fast pace kind of thing. And we weren't living lavishly, but we had a lot doing.
Yeah.
Coming to the UK, we've been on one salary, guys. Miracle.
Well, one of the things is a lot of people like to so yeah, you mentioned
It's kind of family oriented here.
Yeah, you mentioned one salary. I mean, it's no doubt that if you make proper budgeting, doesn't matter how much money you're making, or how much income you get, you will have to budget and you will have to adjust to meet to
meet the demands.
Yeah, to the circumstance.
Right.
But when I'm talking about opportunities for us, when I was in America, for example, I just, you could have jump and go run some lift and run some Uber.
I used to teach in the days and I had a hustle in the evening to go do cleaning and stuff.
Right.
Oh, we reached quick already?
Yeah. But one thing I realize in coming to where we live, and it can be different again in other places.
Job's hard.
Here is more family oriented. They work from, in America, when we lived in Ireland, you 24-hour people are going to work. You can't always get a house at any time.
Yeah.
So you could have come home from work because my school ended like about 1:40. Yeah, most ideal if you can go work at Walmart or go do some hustling somewhere else.
Yeah.
Here, them work between like 8:30 and 5 o'clock. You know what I mean? So there's
by
really,
5 o'clock everything starts get done.
There's rarely any job opportunities that you can actually get to do. You know what I mean? So for me, I think the options here are less. Then again, in England,
300 yards,
they are so used to getting everything
Southern
free.
Avenue.
Everything free that they don't have a buying mentality. So I'll turn up at a church with some books to sell. And me I introduce the book them because me I think so me I'll get to sell two book. And the person just pick up a book. And that was it.
Hold on. Alright guys.
Yeah, so the hustling guys is on a low because we say everything designed to end between 8 and 5. Yeah, any job you pick up, it is going to be between that time. So
After 200
for you
yards,
to do
turn left
anything called
onto
hustling
Fleet Road.
here, you probably need a skill. You probably need to be like a plumber, an electrician or someone that go around and do like what do you call the people that will fix up people things and screw it.
We install things.
Installation.
The installation.
Right. You have to do things like that. So it's kind of slower
Turn
than that.
left, then after
In America,
150
everything
yards,
busy.
Go right on the roundabout, second exit.
Everything is busy on a weekend. Here things go up on a low. You might have on a Saturday people that spend time with the family.
After
They're
100
big on
yards,
family.
go right
Another
on the
thing I
roundabout,
notice here is that they're
second
big on
exit,
holiday.
Slewings Lane.
Like when it's
When it's holiday, everybody gone
Second exit.
vacation, flights, booking hotels, that kind of thing. I think people save here for holidays.
Yeah. So, all of these things also take in mind when it comes to making money. So I would say that when a person, as you think about leaving Jamaica or wherever else you're leaving from to come, you have to consider these things because this is why most people come and they borrow money to come here. You borrow a lot of money to come here because some people have a bike, it's very expensive with paying surcharge and visa fee to come here. And sometimes these are things people don't properly analyze and think. What about the bills you have to pay here only? Types of bills.
Council tax. council tax, guys. You have to pay council tax, different from your rent, and you pay for gas, you pay for electricity, you pay for water, and you pay for the sewage. The sewage part of the water. You have to pay for TV license, different from your TV package.
Yeah, and your sports package, and
it is crazy.
So everything demands money in the UK.
A lot of money.
And so sometimes when we are outside, and person may say, but me come here and I'll pay the price. I'll struggle without having those. But you're gonna understand that is also going to come with a level of weight, because
After
family
200
is,
yards,
why
go
should I
left
come
on the
here,
roundabout.
left Jamaica? That's why
Second
Daniel
exit,
said
Hip Hop Road.
earlier about leaving America. It was like a downgrade. Because we came back here and then we were not driving. We were now back to walking. After
in
we
the
were
cool
used
rain.
to, you know, used to driving, used to going about what you wanted to go about.
Starting over is not going to be easy.
We never had sports channel and those things, so there wasn't really low things on entertainment.
We didn't have furniture.
Go left
So
on the roundabout.
when a
Second
person is
exit,
thinking about
Hip Hop
coming
Road.
overseas, these are probably some of the things you want to consider and make up your mind, because I think some people actually, I think it's a waste of money if you don't factor these things and you come and then after 6 months, 3 months,
You want to go back home.
you have lost all that money, and you could have done something. You could have done investment, you could have do something that was more productive and would help you. So I just want people to understand, you know, that foreign really better roads, you can make it, but you have to
Take
research.
sacrifice and, you know, that kind of thing. But one of the things I want to say is this, you know, when we are traveling for an opportunity or anything like that, the first thing that you do is you look and say, oh, I'm gonna make this amount of pounds, this amount of US.
Yeah, and you start working.
You start work it out in your Jamaican currency or your naira or whatever currency you use, not realizing that when you get to the country, you're not going to be spending your money, you're going to be spending everything in their money to cover the bills.
When we go a Casco, and let's say we spend £200, if you work that out in Jamaica, you look for almost $40,000, if not more. And you say, blows are so much money they must spend, you know what I mean? But and we don't get nothing for it more than so. And when you realize, you know, how hard you have to work for that £200, you know what I mean? You got, you know, when you look at the what they call minimum wage in the UK, the base, it's about 11 or 13 pounds. There about people are actually working. So, you know, and you know, so depending on your job and what you're doing, there's so much for you to factor. I think what I'm trying to say this morning, as we kind of give our own feedback and kind of understand, is that if you're coming to England or anywhere in the world, do a research. Don't just hear people talk about the good part, the opportunities that you can have, because you don't know the sacrifice of them people that make for rich.
Yeah.
Some people have also more opportunities. Some people might have family in their country already, so when they come overseas, they must stay with their
Settling
family.
is alright.
Them not paying a bill or that kind of stuff. Some other persons come and they are willing to shack up in a room with 10 people living in the same house.
Shared space.
Shared spaces, you know what I mean? You, me, want my independent space. I have a family. So I think...
Ooh, look at the view. Let me show them.
Yeah.
Guys, can you see the city view from here? Can I see it?
Yeah. Yeah. Me personally consider it a waste if you are going to spend, borrow money and then come and then you have to leave. It's possible that you won't like it, but if you're a teacher, consider the sacrifice, consider the school system. What school are you going into? Look at their Ofsted report. Read what people are saying about the school. Because none of this are surprising. If there's a behavioral problem, that's what I love with England. It's going to be stated explicitly
After
that this is
250
something that
yards,
needs to be
go
improved.
right on the roundabout.
Read up about the
Second
school,
exit,
read up about
South
the area.
Street.
Look who is living there. You know what I mean? Don't just accept the job because you're excited about having a job and you're excited about firing. Yeah, I think some of these decisions that people are making to leave are because of poor preparation. Alright? If you're
Go
coming to
right
England
on the
again
roundabout.
as a
Second
skilled
exit.
worker,
Then,
plan to
after
spend
150
5 years.
yards,
You know what I
turn
mean?
left.
Just know, say, you're not going to be able if we go home every other month, because we don't have the money to pay a ticket from
England to Jamaica.
From England to Jamaica, and boy, money, it's a lot of money. You know
After
what I mean?
100 yards, turn left, A1251, Bolchurch Road.
It's going to cost
Turn
you
left,
money, right? It's going to cost you money. So consider these things before you come, right? You know, just look at it. Everyone who is coming on a skilled worker visa, I think the main aim is not to come here and study. You know what I mean? I really have few people who I know actually study. Because unlike in the USA, we can get how much money if you borrow and actually go study. And, you know, there are little options and opportunities in the USA. Here, it might not be so. It might be much more difficult. So learn about the area where you come. You know what I mean? Because if you come and go study here, it's going to cost you nice amount of money. Right? And you going after, you know, right? So just position your mind to come here in the country and spend 5 years. So you can, if working towards citizenship, however, if you're going to just do one term, at least do your visa money. That's what I'm saying. You understand, babes? Do your visa money. So if you paid so much money for your visa and surcharge, just do it the period. Yeah, man. So we're there. Right, so we just quickly wrap it up. So, you know, just know, say if you come overseas, I think research the visa where you come from. If it's England, you come, it's tier 2 visa, and you're coming here to work with a teacher or a nurse. You know it's going to take you about 5 years before you can apply for ILR. Make sure you do all those research. And also make sure you follow the laws within the country. That nothing impacts you, and it's time for you to apply for that. Also, look out for the opportunities. You know what I mean? Find some channels that tell you about different opportunities that you can engage with that are legal, legitimate, and embrace some of those. Alright? But yeah, that is just my advice. So babes, as we look back now, is there any reason why you would prefer going back to Jamaica?
For me, Jamaica is always going to be home. Jamaica is always going to be home. But at the same time, you also factor in the things that are accessible outside of home. For example, if we were in Jamaica, Denise would not be in gymnastics now. But we know that point blank. Because one would have found all the reasons why it's not possible. Now we're in this country, the opening came and we capitalized on it. Yeah. Same thing for other opportunities. And so for me, I would always go back to Jamaica as home, but I'll also realize that outside of home there are things that Daniel can use as a stepping stone to going higher.
Yeah, good opportunity. I think one of the biggest investments in coming overseas is giving your children an opportunity to live somewhere else, have different experience, learn about the world outside of the box in which they would have come up in Jamaica. And I think that makes them worthwhile citizens, and they are more holistic in terms of who they are. Maybe my last question then is, what do you say about parents coming overseas? The one complaint that we have is that people are saying that they come and the school system is different. They are teaching different things that
the curriculum
in the curriculum that don't match up with their moral standards, and also there's a loss in the Jamaican culture as children are growing up overseas and they are losing the
cultural values.
What would you say as an advice?
Well, guys, for me, I'll say opt out of the system if that's your problem. If you think that it's too much and it's too much of a contrary thing to what you believe, opt out of the system. You have a right to do so.
What do you mean by opt out?
Homeschool.
So I said people can homeschool.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and
there are proper resources available that you can use according to the national curriculum. So you're still in line with what is expected. Your children are still meeting the standard, and you can expose them to your culture. You can expose them to your values.
But if you have no teaching experience?
You don't need teaching experience. Well, we are trained teachers, which gives us that kind of edge because we've gone through the whole, we call it teaching practicum, and you know what is to be done, and you have that kind of overview. But everybody has a teaching side to them. It might not be a professional scope.
You always explain something.
You always have that innate teaching ability. And so you can use that. You have YouTube, you have so many resources.
What if you are a
available.
single parent coming overseas and you have to work?
Single parent coming overseas, I would say try to find a balance. Try to find a balance. For me, not having family can be a challenge. But there are things accessible. You have different groups established in communities. So look within your space, your local space. What is it that the council offers to families to bring that support? Because every council has the support. We might have not capitalized on that because we are not so much integrated. But there are programs available for that. Get a child minor, or find a space with people who have similar values, and form a community around that, and get the support. Because one of the things I've noticed, if people want to support you, they'll support you.
So just to add to that, a few things. We talk about the homeschool. So one of the options that is available here inside of the UK. You don't have to follow a curriculum in terms of a set curriculum. Obviously, if you want your child to have some form of qualification, you need to prepare them in such a way that they can pass the different assessment stages that are inside the UK, so that they can be qualified to move to the next level and all that. But you can tailor-made what your areas, what you're going to focus on, and you can do that. I know that this is great implication for families that are single, like just a single mother coming, and that might be difficult for you, but especially if you're tied to work and you have to work, because that child has to be taken care of. So as Daniel said, you can do a child minor, somebody just take care of your child in the week, and then on the weekends you can run your course. You just need to show that you're preparing this child at the suitable stage that they can eventually excel and do what they're supposed to do, But we're going to have to fight for our children overseas, so I just hope we realize that it's not as easy as 1, 2, 3. We are going to have to continue to make sacrifice. So I think that if I could talk to my younger self before I moved from Jamaica, which I didn't make any mistakes, I was very clear as to what I was going to achieve, what I was going to do. But these are some things I would say to myself. Make sure you kind of plan ahead. Look at the culture, look at what you're going through, and sort of build that level of resistance so you can resist and overcome, and so you can make it to your goal. Alright, but we'll talk some more about this. Remember, this is a Rochford, a Rumford run this weekend with the family, and we just decided for one reason and our experience. Alright, just comment down below and let us know how you enjoyed the series, and let us know if you want us to share more about our experience and how things are going, or what other area you want us to address. Now, we have started homeschool for our son. Again, this is the second time we are taking him into homeschool, and so, check out our videos and see how those are going, and also encourage other parents that, look here, let's defend Jamaica, let's defend our moral values, let's stand up for our children. We don't have to let our children become spoiled by the system. Right? We can be the disciplinarians, guide and direct. Alright, peace.
We got your back. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. Mr. God got you. Yeah. We are the ROBDONS. Yo, like, share, and comment. Yeah. Yeah. We are the ROBDONS. The ROBDONS. Mr. Link the link. Yo.